it just didn't hit the spot for me, especially whenever she says,
I am Amina, I fear no one.
I just cringed. It's just like, girl, nobody gotta fear you. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Essay, and right now we're going to review Amina, this Netflix Niger movie I just dropped. Without further ado, let's get into this video. When I thought of reviewing this movie, I was very excited when I saw the trailer, and oh lordy, I don't want to start off this movie was disappointing. And I know you're probably like, oh snap, I'm not even watching it, but just chill. Let's talk about it, okay? Let's just go into it, right? Alright, so the story is about Amina, who is a warrior princess, and in her kingdom, her father's chief of staff or army commander Madaki is trying to overthrow her father, King Sarki of Zazzau, and Amina is trying to protect everything against all odds. And yeah, a lot of things go awry in as things unfold. So essentially, that's the storylines about the warrior princess. Actually, a true story that originates from Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria. Aside from that, I think the plot was great. The storytelling, however, felt a little bit flat for me. It didn't develop well, and I don't like when stories don't take me on a journey. I was excited about the idea and where this story could actually take me. I was all for women empowerment and all of that. I was just like, it's such a cool story. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, this movie is actually 1 hour 45 minutes. 1 hour in, I was struggling, and it took a lot because I wanted to come and review it for me to actually watch it up to 1 hour. I was bored. The story just felt very disjointed. It just lacked. See, I'm looking for the right words and I'm trying not to be so cruel, but it just didn't hit the spot for me. I'm not even gonna lie, I legit slept off for a full-on 1 hour. Woke up and I was like, oh snap, I have to actually finish this movie. It was boring. At some point, I just kept asking myself this question, like, I don't get what is happening between the kingdom of Zazzau and the Igalas. You have some Igalan slaves, and then there's this regent in Igala who is conniving with the Madaki. But somehow Amina decides one day out of the blue that, oh my god, I have to go chase my destiny. And she leaves. See, maybe I dozed off at some point, but it just did not connect. She went to meet the priestess, and the priestess is like, oh, go to this well of Babangiji or something like that and bring me the water. I'm just like, please, someone explain to me what's happening here, because everything just seemed like a whole mess. It just felt like a hot, stinking mess. Let's even talk about the acting now. I love the girl who acted as Amina. I think she did a great job. Even the child stars, the child version of Amina and her sister Zaria, they were very good. They acted really well. I think the best person who really acted well, and it's no surprise, is actually the Sarki of Zazzau and Karen Chukura, who was like this goddess spirit lady, the mother of Kabrakai. Of course, Karen Chukura is a seasoned actress, so I didn't expect her to deliver anything less than that. Aside from that, the other acting just felt very stage-like. Not like it was completely bad. It just felt like a recital. It felt like a play as opposed to something that was made for TV. I wasn't captivated by their acting. I wasn't like, oh my god, that is so amazing. It just left me feeling nothing. I really wanted to fall in love with the actress, the person who played Amina, but it just didn't hit the spot for me. Especially whenever she says,
I am Amina, I fear no one.
I just cringed. She was just like, girl, nobody gotta fear you. Because you don't even bring it. Like, you don't look like someone I should be scared of, Some of the costumes were okay, but not entirely great. First of all, can we just, if you've watched this movie, can we just talk about Amina's footwear? What in the hell was she wearing? What is that shoe? Like when I saw it, I actually made a note of it. I was like, what is this? Okay, let's look. I don't want to be too mean on this review, but I liked their hairdo. The ladies' hairdo were great. They did look the part. It's not difficult to look like Northerners, like, right? That if I had missed that, I would even be madder than how I feel right now. So the costumes were okay, aside from Amina's shoes, and a few times I just didn't dig her outfit as the princess. I just wanted something more modern. Like, I get they're telling an old story, but I feel like they could have brought in a modern spin or take on the costumes. But other than that, it was great. The makeup wasn't out of this world. I love that they didn't try to do too much. It was very neutral, very muted. It was great. Again, going back to costumes, the soldiers, you know what, let me leave out the soldiers. Now, I know for a fact that it is quite difficult for Nollywood directors or filmmakers to create that combat scene of fighting and all of that, and I have to applaud them. They did a decent job. Now, I'm not saying they did a great job, but they did a decent job. They did well. Especially the fight scenes, I wasn't cringing as much. Okay, maybe the beginning part where Madakai, sorry, did I just call him Madakai? I'm mixing their names, I'm so sorry. Where the famous warrior Kabrakai was fighting in the very beginning. The fight was a little bit iffy for me, but that was the only part where I really cringed. The other parts where they had like the war breakout and Amina was fighting against her people, particularly the end battle, I think they did a good job. It didn't feel fake, although their swords looked super duper fake, but I think they did well. Where they dropped the ball for me was that end fight. Amina was fighting, her face was pretty much clean, and then all of a sudden we see a scene where there's like this mad cut on her head and she's bleeding. I'm just like, okay, cool down a little. cool it. Like, actually show someone slice her head before you actually show us that she's bleeding and all of that. I get it is like battle, they have to make her look rough and all of that, but it was just not believable. Aside from that, there was this scene where they actually showed like the horses, like of the different on the battleground running towards each other. That's Amina's people and her army versus Madakai's people and his army, and that shot, from that far shot, I thought it was nice. It looked fake. It looked fake, but it was still nice, you know. So generally speaking, I don't want to go too into so many details because some of you haven't watched it. Because it was going to be a northern historical drama, a part of me really wanted this movie to be in Hausa and for us to just read the translation, but I get that they didn't want to do that, so this movie was actually in English. I just wish they infused more of the Hausa speaking to make it more authentic. My thought is it is a great attempt at a historical Nigerian drama. I commend their efforts. I think they did the best they could do. I don't think I've not seen any historical drama like this from Nollywood before, so for that I have to applaud them. Aside from that, I thought the movie lacked a lot. It wasn't engaging as I'd hoped. I was very disappointed with the storytelling and the acting. It really fell flat for me. It didn't spark any sort of emotion for me. So yeah, for that reason, I'm going to score this movie, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to score it 2/5. And I wouldn't advise anybody to watch it really, just because it was boring and it was a struggle for me to watch it. Like I said, I slept off, woke up and forced myself to finish it. So if you have 1 hour 45 minutes to spare and you have anything to watch, maybe you can watch it, but personally I would say you can skip watching Amina. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching my review, and until my next one, bye.